Shout out.
episodes. You were saying?
I was like, yeah, man, this is gonna be fun times, bro.
Oh yeah, nah, man. What was it? Yeah, no, one of these episodes, I was behind the scene and everything, trying to figure out where the sound was coming from. It's nothing. And I will let you know we are recording right now, just so you aren't like caught off guard or anything. But
I saw it. I'm
yeah,
here for it.
all right, cool.
My
But
hairline ain't nappy,
look, man, airline, look,
bro. It's all good,
it's
dog.
all good. Like I said, this is supposed to be all natural, off the
It's black.
dome.
It's black hair, man. It's black hair,
Exactly.
dude. It's first off, I want to say thanks for having me. First off, and it's great to see you in good health. And yeah, glad to be here.
You know, man, I'm actually so glad because I'm like, this is part of why I wanted to do this because I wanted to have a way to talk to friends, and it's good seeing you. It's not in person yet, but it's real nice to see you, Key.
Are you? Hold on, bro. Did you just skip out too, or did I skip? Okay, it
No,
skipped
I
a
can.
bit.
It's skipping because you're
Are you
coming loud
skipping
and
too?
clear. I don't think so.
For, for some reason, you're kind of skipping and going out on my screen. I don't know why.
Could easily be my Wi-Fi, and that is something that I cannot fix right now. Oh, that's also important. Let me put my phone on vibrate.
Oh yeah, I probably should do that too. And we are now in do not disturb.
Oh, my phone was already in vibrate. Look at me. Oh, another
Yeah.
thing. I got a second phone. Not a new, a second phone. I have an iPhone now.
You have an iPhone now?
Yeah, so I have two phones. I have the phone I've been texting you with the same number as always, and then I now
Okay.
have an iPhone that I haven't distributed the number out yet, just because I'm like, let me put a case on this before I start walking around with it.
Yeah, definitely do that.
Yeah, so I'm like,
Don't get rid of yet. Don't get rid of your Android or whatever, man.
oh
I'm
no no
telling
no
you,
no no no
never do
no.
that. I'm telling you, it's not. They get hyped up. It is not what they think
Yeah,
it is out here.
yeah, no, that's what I'm like. This tester because I'm like, it can't be that good. It,
Also, I could do a pop up. What the? Sorry, I just popped up. That's just wild. So that lets me think. Can I fucking zoom out? Because I'm pretty sure this should be zooming me in even more than it already is.
oh yeah, no. Do you have access to these controls and everything like on the side?
Yeah, I have it at the bottom for me.
Like not the like the mute stops camera stuff like that.
Yeah, let's see. I could do 720. There you go, boy. I could touch up myself. Pause. That didn't sound right. I don't think I really need to touch up my appearance. I'm black. Just black don't crack. Uh, Whatever. All right. I was just testing this out.
All right.
God, it's really zooming me in here.
Yeah.
But it's all good.
All right. All good. Um. What was I saying? Oh, let me text my mom back before I forget because that
Always
is
text
something.
your mom back, kids.
Oh.
Be a bit different for me and my mom. Me and my mom, that's a whole nother story.
mm.
We'll get into that. Before I do that, I'm just gonna sketch a little bit.
All right. Cool.
It's been a minute since I sketched too, so I was like, damn, like let me at least get some exercise in. I usually can tell when I haven't sketched in a while because I would do sketch rough,
Mm.
but I can tell when I'm intentionally sketching rough and when I'm just rusty.
Just.
Mhm. So right now I'm definitely rusty, cleaning off the cobwebs because it's been a minute. I've been traveling all these past couple months, and now I'm sitting my ass down somewhere finally. But I'm already thinking of another place to go. Um, I'm sure nobody's gonna find me, but definitely gonna try to go to New York again. Uh, Something's calling me to go back up there a little bit. Probably the food, but I definitely want to have my budget right.
Yeah. No. New York is definitely one of those places where you like. Yeah. You need to have your spending money and then the extra on top of your spending money.
hmm I'm thinking this time I'm gonna get an Airbnb instead of a hotel. I feel like I get more bang out of my buck with a Airbnb. Now don't get me wrong. Now I enjoyed staying in a hotel. The price of that damn hotel, and I was only there for 3 days. I was like, For a short stay, I'll say nice. But would I do it again? No.
For like a longer stay.
For a longer stay, I think I'll stay in the
Oh,
Airbnb.
I feel like long stays, Airbnb is the way to go.
Yeah, definitely. I'm thinking like I want to stay a week out or a week into the next week. I come back, fly back. I'm cool because then I'll work from home there. I do what I want. I don't
Got
mind
you.
working while I'm like little having a little travel vacation, but I have to be intentional about. And this is any advice. You work remote. Be intentional about where you're going. Then you can have fun, and then you also know you're working. I don't mind. I think I don't mind being in New York while working because I could walk maybe for a couple minutes at the beginning of the day, go back up to where I need to be, and I'm good. So
Yeah, no, that's kind of like Atlanta. Uh, it's a very walkable city, and everything's no more than 5 minutes away. At
literally,
least 5 minutes by car, at least.
same with like Indiana. I was just like, yo, you could like because Troy stays. I ain't put this business out there. Troy to stay somewhere where it's very well connected in the city, basically.
Yeah,
And
nah, you
so,
told me.
and so basically, it's just like you can walk around. Now, would I do it? Probably not with this summer heat, and I'm a black guy. Summer baby, all that. I don't like sweating. Not even gonna lie. Fall is usually my time because I could walk around. I could walk miles and not sweat in the fall, which is pretty crazy.
Look, I I'm a heater. Like sun hits me, I'm just gonna start to glisten just a little bit.
Same, bro. It's just I don't like it either. I probably sound like a woman saying this, but sweating is so unattractive to me. For me, because I'm a big dude and I sweat a lot. That's just because like whenever I worked out, played sports, people would literally be asking me, "Nigga, are you okay? Like you're sweating like buckets." I'm like, this is just my natural body reacting. So,
Exactly.
so I just don't know how to like. I don't know how some people regulate their body to stay cool and heat. They're like, yeah, man, just stay cool. I'm like, cut that shit out. You're acting like you're a pig and you don't have sweat glands. I'm not like that.
Look. I don't know how they keep out the heat, but I do the same thing with the cold. You see me in shorts in the winter.
Oh man, don't talk about that.
Yeah.
You don't want to expose yourself like that. Don't do that. Cause listen, someone's gonna be out here. He out here wearing shorts in the cold, man. I don't know.
Um,
But you are from and correct me if I'm wrong, you are from Florida, so
yeah, I was born in New York though.
oh
New
yeah,
York.
different.
Yeah.
My man's is a different breed. He's born in New York, stayed in Florida. You got dead
All up
ass
and down,
in a whole
all up and
nother
down the
country.
East Coast.
I'll let you
All
know right
up
now.
and
That's a whole
down.
nother country. You already know what it's like in Florida. I don't even think it's safe to be in
Gosh.
Florida anymore. I don't think it's safe to be black in Florida anymore.
That's who you telling? Who you can't be black, you can't be a child, you can't do
Can't.
anything.
I was just thinking, I was like, damn, Florida, like, it didn't have some of the most crazy, like, cool things there. But now you're basically like saying, hey, you're not welcome here unless you're white and southern racist white at that.
Yeah, it's. I only go back every so often.
Man, listen, I I literally have a get in free card to go to Disney World, and I just don't. I've never been like, I want to go.
See, me personally, it's more Universal for me. I'd rather go to Universal. That's because
Yeah, so I
I've been
enjoyed
to Disney.
Universal.
Okay.
I enjoyed Universal in LA, and I was like, yeah, because big thing here. I don't like heights, but I'm okay with them. And I don't really like roller coasters. I like in-seat roller coasters. I could do those.
The
I
instant,
do
like
like
the
when I'm in
ones.
the car. Yeah, like the carts.
Oh, okay,
Like
okay, okay, okay. Oh no,
I
those
can
ones.
I can do those, but I'm also afraid of like I just don't like heights. I don't like loop the loops. I don't like none of that shit.
Mm.
but I went to Universal and I tried out some of the rides. I do like the experience rides where it's like an attraction inside. Because I did the Hogwarts one. All y'all need to know is you gonna feel some heat and you are gonna get scared a little bit.
No.
Because I was definitely screaming on that thing, not like a girl, probably like a girl as well, but I was definitely screaming up there like, "Yo, like this is so fun and everything." And it wasn't like I don't know. I get really intimidated with certain roller coasters, so that's all.
The the only one that I get intimidated, like I'm never going on, is the ones that go straight down.
Oh
Like
no,
what's it called? It's in Tower of Terror. You'll never catch me on
never,
that one.
no. I
That's
said
the
there.
one ride ever. I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I'll be here with my mom on the side. I'm doing that one.
Nah, same with like what is it? The rod where it goes up in the air and it spins you.
Up in the air and spins you. Oh, the like kind of like a slingshot, kind of like a
Yeah.
like those I'm okay with.
Really, man, I can't do it. I just like I don't know what it is. It is something about I just never experienced that many roller coasters as a kid. So I have something in my body that's like my stomach drops and I don't want to do that.
Oh no, my stomach drops. Like that's why I don't like even on the decline on the like that first initial hill on roller coasters. My stomach drops every single
Bro,
time.
every single time where I'm like, I'm not gonna scream on this decline, I definitely be fucking screaming. I'd be like, I'm not gonna scream, and then it starts happening. I'm like, all right. And then my favorite ride though, when I was in Universal at in LA, I will say was definitely the Hogwarts one, and then uh what is it? What is it? Fuck. Oh my god, I'm forgetting it so bad right now. Um was the Simpsons one.
The Simpsons.
I
Oh,
but
I've not been on that one.
I'm gonna let you know right now, those experience rides where you're just sitting in the car and you're just moving around, those just do kind of hurt your body a little bit. So
Yeah, no. But what was it? Oh, with the incline, right? So when I was living back in Pennsylvania, even the little hill going down as a kid, I would still feel going on a swing. I would still feel my stomach drop. So I'm like, yeah, no. I
it's
still
so
deal with it.
I don't know. It's this something I don't know if inertia is the right word. I think it's something completely different, but it's something about that feeling. It's
Changing
almost like
elevation.
yeah, it's almost like the dolly zoom shot in movies they use all the time, where the camera comes up to you close. It
Mm-hmm.
feels like that's what's happening in your stomach.
Baby.
It's like
Mm-hmm.
your mind just received it, and your stomach
Just
just is
like
reacting.
yeah.
So it's a whole process. And sometimes it can be fun. Sometimes it can be very traumatic, depending on which way you want to go.
It's been never fun for me, but no,
My,
but
it's
like I
just
said, I go on roller coasters.
listen, man. I don't mind holding the purses, the book bags for a little bit. I'm cool with the sideways attractions, getting a teddy bear for the shorty or doing whatever. I don't mind doing that.
Got you.
I know some people get off on adrenaline. I might jump up there once every now and then, but other than that, my feet planted. Unless I'm
Got
flying.
you. Unless
uh,
you're flying. Hey, but you ready to start?
yeah, man. I'm in it.
All right, cool. But I will try to keep the cursing down just a little bit. I'm just trying to figure out how to do everything. Like, and the only reason why I didn't stop you before is because we weren't recording. This is the
Yeah,
behind the scenes, and you
yeah.
see that you
Bet,
paid for this one.
bet. Can I say nigga?
Yeah.
Okay, bet. Okay, bet. All right.
Like I
Bet.
said, this is only episode 6. If you look at the top, it's only episode 6. There's no official rule yet. So do
Bet.
what you
Bet.
want
Bet.
to do.
I feel
All
a
right.
sneeze, but I don't know if it's gonna come or not since I know it's coming. All right, I think I'm good.
You good? All right, cool. So,
All right.
wow, my laptop just turned off too. It
All right.
always does it. It cuts off. All right, so I don't even know how I'm going to start with by myself, but I'm just going to start like, welcome back, everyone. I'm Julian. You know me, the host. Nello's still not here, but here is a good friend of mine, long-time college friend, the drawer himself, Mr. Keshawn. Come on, Keshawn, tell me.
What it do? What it do? I'm glad to be here. First off, shout out to my brother Julian. Always, again, I keep saying this: good in health, good in mental. We're here. This is my brother from college, even to now. I got your back. If someone's missing, don't worry about it. We will fill the spot. There's always a shot. You know, there's always a great team out there, and
Yeah.
we got your back. Let me see. It was nice to meet all y'all.
Appreciate it.
Just call me Key the Stampede because I'm
Key.
so.
Key, I'm not even gonna lie. I saw your name and I'm like, do you watch One Piece? Because this is Stampede is just kind of what comes to my mind.
So One Piece is one thing, but it's actually from Trigun because remember they call them Vasher Stampede now. And I have not watched. I only watched a little bit of the newer rebooted Trigun, which is supposed to be closer to the anime excuse me, not anime, manga adaptation. Which I need to watch that, but I've watched the original like '90s Trigun, which I really fell in love with.
Gotcha.
And I just been going with Key to Stampede because I don't know, it's just been a running thing for me right now this season of my life. So that's what I'm rocking with.
Okay. I like that. I was actually told to watch Trigon at some point in time. It at some point I will get to it. But
You get to it, bro. It's no fun.
At some point. Look, I'm already watching One Piece, so I clearly have
Listen,
time.
dude, I'm trying to catch up to One Piece. I'm not even gonna tell you where I am because CJ keeps making fun of me about it.
Hey, you can tell me. He doesn't have to hear this. He can tell me because I've fully caught up to it.
Oh,
Like
dude,
it took me a year though.
I'm literally like, so the last point I left off, really like me watching One Piece was, and CJ explained it to me because I didn't know this, was when Ace died. That's when I last really was watching.
Mm,
So funny enough, I have bits and pieces of feeling from everybody who tells me stuff like the fights and stuff. Like I know about Doflamingo, Sanji betraying everyone. Like I know these things, but I don't know how they happen. Like what happens between those times. And
got you.
so, like that's the last thing I really remember when I was watching vividly. And I'm rewatching all the way through as I work at my job and remote. I've been watching it in the background, and I'm now just getting to the point where they met Ace.
Mm,
Ace helped them stop whatever Lord or whatever now, and now they're going about their way.
got you.
So,
Okay. Okay.
so,
Cool. Hey, well, if you ever want someone to talk about One Piece with, I'm your guy because
but if you can fill the information for me, that's something we're definitely
yeah,
gonna talk
yeah,
about.
yeah. I got you. I got you. I got you. But as how was I'm gonna let you start. How was your week? How was your week going?
Man, phenomenal! I got to go to Indiana, experience life there for a little bit, see some family, see my brother. As you already know, our brother Troy.
Mm,
Great time, great food. There's a place called Hot Boys there, and if anyone is like us, born in the '90s or like going into the 2000s, hearing Hot Boys or anything close to that sounds like the era of like the jerking era. I have to put it more perspective. The dance,
mm.
the jerk era, New Boys, stuff like that. That's all that reminds me of. But Hot Boys is like a fried chicken place or chicken sandwich place. Fire. And
All
no
right.
pun intended, it is absolutely delicious. It's probably the best fried chicken I've had in a grip. Every time the North never lets me down with like fried chicken spots or stuff like that. Because in New York, there's a place called Sweet Chicks, which is hilarious. Just the names are just kind of wild. And they do chickens and waffles, and it's just fire. And I'm just never disappointed every time I
You
go up
can't
there.
go wrong with chicken and waffles. You
Bro,
really
you
can't.
you really can't if you don't know how to make chicken and waffles, which me personally, I don't know how to make, and I'm learning. So,
Look,
and it's great.
putting it together, like I can understand, you can mess up the waffle. Get the chicken right. Get
I,
the
I
chicken right. Mess up the waffle.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I feel like you're allowed to mess up the waffle, but if you mess up the chicken, that's just not good.
Yeah, nah. Get the and
But
you need the right sauce with it too. You need the
yep.
right sauce.
But every single time, they have definitely not let me down, which I thoroughly enjoy.
All right.
Had a good time. Actually went to a music festival that Troy actually threw or kind of like organized and met a bunch.
I have to go see Troy at some point.
Dude, go
I have to.
see
I
him
have to find Troy.
because it is a great time and it's always a great energy. It was a great time meeting plenty of people, wild stuff. Even I might share a little story. I met a girl there, but
Mm,
that's a funny story. We'll see how that
that,
goes and pans out.
oh, okay.
It's a work in progress, people.
Oh, okay.
So
That's. I'm gonna have to keep my tabs on you just to make sure to see how that is.
yeah. But other than that, week's been good. Um, other than that, I've definitely hit my point, and this is related to the shorty story, of like being on dating apps. So just sharing, being vulnerable. With me working remote, I don't, and especially the job I do work, I'm usually working very late hours in the evenings, including weekends. So meeting women is very like for me, unless I'm out shopping, doing what I need to do, running my errands, which is no problem. Everybody knows I'm a very sociable person, but I just be myself now at this point in my life. It's just really work and figuring out my work and life balance. So everyone uses dating apps. If not, it's always a try out. And I will say there are some success stories and there are some bad ones. Real shit. Real stuff.
No,
Real
you
stuff.
good.
That's real talk. My last actual relationship was from Hinge, which is really cool. And me and her are still cool. We just went our separate ways and we're still cool.
Mm.
That's enough of sharing my personal business out here.
I got you. I
But
got you. I got
but
you.
I've just grown tired of that, and I'm sure everyone gets tired of like
At
being
some
on
point.
dating apps, like or being on any app really. So that's another thing with me this week. But other than that, that's all I can share on personal business because
All right. Well,
but I'll tell you more off scenes, off scenes.
yeah. No, I got you. I got you.
So
And then for me, my
yeah, like
week.
like how have you been, bro? Let me
Man,
ask you properly. How have you been?
wow. it's been a doozy for me. I just had my dentist appointment earlier today. I was
Oh
supposed to
man.
I was supposed to go last week,
Mm.
but I dropped the ball on that one. I didn't give them my records. I just kind of walked in and was like, "Hey, I'm here. Can I get my teeth
Dude,
cleaned?"
dude, I
Eh,
literally missed my dentist appointment this past Monday. I was trying to tell them
yes.
to change it. They're like, "This call is on the day." I'm like, "Why can't I just call? You're calling me now. Why can't we do this now?"
Yeah, nah. I just came back from my dentist appointment. They only took X-rays,
Mm-hmm.
and then I was like, all right, you have to come back. I'm like, okay. So
Okay.
coming back for your cleaning in October, and then I have three cavities, so now I have to go back to do that.
Damn.
Uh, yeah, and then I have two. So I don't think I told you this. I have two jobs, right?
Yeah.
My the job that my main job with
Mm-hmm.
Smokey and everything, and then I work at this place called Spirit for just so I don't get in trouble if anything. I'm calling it Spirit 3,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, weekends are usually fine. Talk to people. No, Saturdays are usually busy, but it's whatever, right? There's a couple of us, but it's usually all good.
Mm-hmm.
This weekend though, there was two of us, me and one other person, right? But it was like a real smooth day. It was
Mm-hmm.
Saturday. We nothing was busy. Everyone left. Tell me why. In the last 10 minutes,
Somebody came in.
no, not one, not two, not 10, 30 people.
Ah.
One giant group came in, right? Mind you, half the stuff is already put away. We only have so many food. And since they're all together, it's like, hey, I want a sushi. I want a sushi. Give me the I want the sushi. Hey, where's my money at? It's like, hey, give me one person's like, hey, I want four sushi. Actually make it, hey, add me onto it. Make it five. I'm like, so what do you want to do? So hectic in the last 10 minutes
I'm
of this
sorry you had
job.
it. I'm sorry you had to experience that, bro. I know what that's like working
Yeah,
in
and the
retail and
thing,
shit.
oh yeah, and the thing is, right? Usually there's the kiosk and everything, right? So I don't even have to deal with the people anymore. Like it's like
Mm-hmm.
if you want to order anything, you have to order from the kiosk. We turned off the kiosk because like we're 10 minutes from closing. No one's
Mm.
around. So I'm like, well, because the kiosk is now I have to deal with them face to face. I'm like, I don't want it. And ironically, I'm like, oh nope, it's now 12 o'clock. We're closed. Like I told the last person, like I'm taking you. You are the last person. I don't care about anyone else. I
Yeah.
turned around a few people, and then my supervisor came in and was like, "Nah, still serving them." I'm like, "Oh, okay." I did what I had to do. I'm like, because they were starting, like, I brought around the slushies, and it's like, "Oh, give me one, give me one." I'm like, I put them on the back. I'm like, "Hey, I don't have to serve you. Calm down. Like, I'm trying to figure this out." And then they ended up, serve out the food and everything, talking to people like, hey, before you order, let me make sure you still have food. Because if you pay for something and we don't have it, that's on you at that point.
Nah,
But
for real though.
I'm like, hey, let me check before because like we only had tenders and fries. And it's like, yeah, no, those are the last tenders. We have no more food. We're closed. Goodbye,
Mm-hmm.
leave. But that was this Saturday. Anything else happened since? Oh, you weren't here for this, but just for the general honors for whoever hears this, right? Uh, I left off saying something about how I was talking to someone at this job, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
that did not go well.
Damn, I'm sorry,
Yeah,
dog. For
no,
real.
no, it's all good. It's not like it didn't go well. It's like it's more so I just found out more information. Like, yeah, no, I can't do this off my moral
Uh,
code. Off my moral code, I can't do this. So I'm just like, we're still cool, we're still friends, whatever. But I'm not gonna pursue this any further.
I feel that. I feel that. Respect
Yeah.
to you, brother. A lot of these niggas out here don't got moral codes, and that's what's wrong. And I
Yeah.
use niggas in both forms of women and men, and they and them, and those indifferent. It doesn't matter.
Everybody,
Some of y'all niggas got problems.
everybody.
Everyone got them.
But I know you came in with a question today. What,
So the question I had, or the question I picked, was what would I do if I became the opposite sex? Like, and
mm,
I'll put it in the scenario of what would I do if I was opposite sex tomorrow. Now, first thing I want to say, I already know I'm gonna be a baddie. But the first thing I'm doing is because I got this question from you, and I'm thinking of scenario.
Yeah.
This situation happened the next day. I'm like, hey, yo, Julian, I just became a woman, so technically, that's a question in itself. Technically, would I be trans? But I think that wouldn't really.
I'll,
That might be.
I'll I'll put
I
it
think
like in the
that
moral chance, like you like magically became
game.
the
So I think
opposite sex.
technically, I think technically, I would be a woman at that point. Um,
Yeah,
but
like
that's a whole other conversation.
yeah.
But I would say the first thing I'm doing is I got to make sure I'm not on my cycle because I don't want to experience none of that pain. Hey, listen, hey,
Yo.
listen. The first thing out, I gotta make sure we good out here, bro.
Oh man.
I just can't. Most dudes would be like, I'm gonna go look at my boobs in the mirror. I'm gonna do this. I'm like, no, no. First thing I'm doing is making sure I'm good. Don't got to, as
That's
many
smart. That's
as
smart, but that's
listen,
hilarious.
dude. As much as we have women friends, the much as we know, like somehow we've always run into the situation of them sharing that with us, and it's a normal thing. It's not like something crazy. Honestly, it should be the first thing I should worry about because I'm like, I don't want to experience that, and I don't know how I'm supposed to do these things. So
You're absolutely right. That is hilarious. Wow, I actually would not have thought about that whatsoever because no, I'm definitely the type of person like, all right, what am I doing? I'm doing what all I see all my other friends do. Just granted, I say this with a hint of salt. Like I know what they go through. I know the like all the everything, but I'm like, I'm walking around.
yeah,
I'm
so
walking around and I'm gaining free things.
yeah, oh, most definitely.
I'm
I I'm definitely tricking niggas, but I'm definitely, and depending on how long. So let's go with the scenario. I'm gonna be a woman for a month because I kind of want my stuff back.
I'm gonna give you two for 2 months. You now the
Dang,
opposite sex. 2 months.
dang,
2 months.
dang,
Yeah, no, you can't
bro.
get
I
this.
can't lose. I can't lose my dingleberries that long. Well, dingleberries is a wild thing to say, but in itself. But all right. A woman for
for,
2 months,
for
dude.
two
First off,
months.
I gotta let you know, and then let our group of friends know what's going on. Because then, let's be real. We're not gonna make this too political, but black women are the most probably screwed over people
Mm.
on this planet, honestly. And so, me becoming one, and just being also a black man, knowing that struggle as well, I'm already like, hey, listen, if they didn't want to take me out before, they're definitely gonna take me out now, and that's as political as I'm gonna get for that.
Mm.
Um, After that, after I tell everybody, I'm like, listen, you already know you're gonna have those weird dudes be like, hey, can I smash? I don't put it past any of my homies at this point to be like, and that's kind of messed up. And Julian, you're outside this circle, bro. But I'm just saying, I just feel like someone's gonna hit me up and be like, so I know you a
So,
girl,
but
but you try to let niggas know. And I'm like, no, I'm on my whole stud muffin time, bro. I'm going crazy. But I'm also like, the first thing I'm gonna do is find a group of girls because I know because in this scenario I'm gonna be a bad woman. Like, I don't know about y'all. I don't know about the rest of these niggas out here. I know I'm gonna be a bad one. I know I'm looking 90s fine. Okay, so first thing I'm doing is I ain't gonna be too in over my head because I always been a very humble person.
Mm.
Find a group of women with common sense, or maybe not common sense, because we're gonna get into this, and I'm gonna figure out all their bad decisions and lack of accountability, and I'm gonna be that one friend fixing everything. Not everything, but I'm just gonna be that one person holding them accountable. Like, hey, you did something really stupid. Maybe you should stop doing that.
I'm letting you know, P, right now. That is a hard role to play.
Hey,
I'm trying to do it right now.
listen, dude. But remember, that's in the mind of men. We're not. I'm not one of them in this scenario. We're one of them. So for 2 months, so I have to learn their code. I'm learning their code even before. Hell, we even go with the scenario that I'm just as emotional, if not. That's already in itself kind of crazy. But as emotional as women, or more emotionally adept as women, which is kind of false because men and women have different emotional adaptness range. But we're just going off with silliness. We're not going to go too political. Um, And I'm definitely just gonna be like, hey, maybe you shouldn't talk to him. Maybe you shouldn't chase these games. I'm just gonna give out every hack and I'm passing it to my friends. And when I mean this, I'm being fed for real. So y'all got a homegirl you like, a girl you like out there. I'm like, hey, you cool? You know, we pretty. Let's go get a photo shoot. We'll do whatever girls do. I don't know, but you know, brunch. You know, let's go to brunch. You know, and they be asking me, yo, you be. They be like, where yo? They could probably be asking, yo, because I don't know what my. Okay, so that also comes up. I got to make a fake name for myself. Will I still be called Keshawn, or will I still need to like change my name? I definitely will let my parents know. I'm sorry. I don't need my parents looking at me weird after that, and I definitely don't need my mom knowing.
Well, I'm chunking this up to Magic and like, hey, I ran into a magical being. They changed me. This is my punishment for doing whatever I did. I don't know what lesson I'm supposed to learn here, but I'm here like this for 2 months. That's the conditions I'm in with.
Yeah.
So
I'll probably tell my parents. I'll probably tell my dad, honestly. Be like, hey, this I'm probably not. Maybe not tell them. I'll probably tell my sisters though. My sisters will definitely give me the 401 on what I need to do.
I'm telling all my friends. Well, yeah, I'm telling all my friends like, hey, this is what's up right now. I'm a woman.
Dude, I'll have to let y'all know this because the thing is, if I'm becoming a woman at this point, I turn into one. Like, dude, I'm a thick woman out here. I don't be bad out here. I'm already a handsome young man out here. This is just a dangerous game. So I already know. I'm becoming fed from my homies. I'm like, y'all got a girl like.
Know if I become a woman, I'm shaking my head immediately. No,
dude,
I'm gonna be the person from oh crap, what's the person in Black Panther?
Okoye.
Okoye. Yeah, I'm gonna be the best Okoye ever. No, my bad. Second best Okoye ever because there's already the person.
Definitely letting my sister's finger coat my hair and going out short hair baddie. It's just not gonna happen, dude. And I'm gonna be a fed. And then, you know, I'm also probably gonna be a vigilante because I want to find out where these creepy niggas are. And I'm just gonna be like, I was a man. Just to see what happens. Just to see what happens. And I know, and I say this in a most not in like a way of like trying to shun anybody, but I just know that from experience from my friends have told me and my sisters, there are some dirty men out there, man. There's creepy people in general. And so you gotta put them on blast. I'm putting out the creepy blast on men and women because there's some creepy women out there too who be plotting on dudes. That's the conversation we can get into as well. But that's the whole point of me saying that if I became a woman or turned into a woman through magic, I'm becoming a fed. Then I can help my male friends and women friends. I'm just gonna big time fed. What else would I do? I would have to explain a story to my job, obviously, and just be like, I went missing for 2 months. You know, of course, money. That means low key, money stops going. Like money is gone. But if we're thinking in a very nice world of like going crazy, I'll just be like, hey, I'll take the job, but I can't work these days. And of course, whatever. But if I'm being real, I would not do that. I'll just be like, hey, he went missing for 2 months. We're looking for him, family. That's all that's gonna happen. I know it's very. That's all you can do at that time.
True. See, in my mind, I'm like, hey, I'm still me. Here's like, you can take my friends. It still says I'm me. Let me into my job, whatever. Like I said, it's gonna be over in 2 months. But that's just me. That's me. You know, I have a very optimistical, like, yeah, I think it's just gonna work out as is, and I can just keep living my life. Keep living my life the way I want to live it. It's just
I just feel like
a different experience of a woman now.
Yeah, I think there's definitely gonna be some things I'm sure that open my eyes about being a woman, like different struggles as well. That I think sometimes I'm maybe not as privy to, but as both of us know, we're pretty empathetic, man, and we out here could always do better. And the world needs more of those. If y'all have it, this is a random plug, and I don't mind you. I hope you don't mind me plugging this real quick.
Go right ahead. See what you gotta say.
And definitely watch them as well. Waving the red flag and FD Signifier and Little Bill and Khadijah and Tia Noir are some of the best discussion topic YouTubers or podcasters out there because they actually are people who are like us. So, and including Julian and even Short Tracks. So, but Short Tracks talks about music, but within that, there's always more conversation.
Oh yeah.
So please do whatever you do, watch those people and keep supporting my boy Julian. But I just wanted to say that because, listen, man, there's some experiences that sometimes I wasn't privy to, and I'm like, wow, okay.
And you actually, I wanted to, since you brought it up, on like all the creeps and everything out there, they're ruining the game for everyone.
Nah, for real though, like, dude, like I look back. Some of the things like real talk, real talk. If this is like free game, if you ever want to know if you were a creep back in your past or you were doing something creepy to a girl, look back in your Snapchat, old text, or whatever approaches you had. And I look back on some of mine. I had some wild ass comments. I could say this could be borderline creepy, but because I knew these women, luckily that wasn't the case. And that's the difference. There's a difference between approaching a woman you don't know with something wild and a woman you do know and have a rapport with. You know, it could be a difference, but it's just like whatever you know a person and how they handle stuff.
Yeah,
And even then, it could still be creepy if not. But
yeah.
luckily, your boy got lucky. I just said some wild stuff back in the day. I just know that, and
Look, I
luckily, we
got.
got the laughs.
Well, unfortunately for me, I know I have a story. I have a story to tell about this one. This happened a couple months, maybe a year ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm talking to someone. Mind you, let me throw this under the assumption. This is a new person, and I was giving her the benefit of the doubt. I know the stigma of like, oh, you're a random guy, I don't know how you react and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to keep my distance, trying to, be cool, trying to get to know the person at least, because I don't have Hinge, I don't have Tinder, I don't have any dating app whatsoever. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, the only way I'm really meeting someone is in person,
In
right?
person, yeah.
Yeah, so here I am. I'm like, oh, cool. And so,
Oh, look, I'm floating head right now. By the way, I just got all black. Hold on, I'm actually gonna cut on my lamp real quick. I'm sorry about that.
yeah, no, go right ahead, go right ahead, go right ahead.
All right.
That's perfectly fine. Like I said, I'm gonna be editing this out anyway. But
Bet.
we
Preach.
can still. All right, but like I was saying, so it was a couple months ago,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna call this person Miss Lisa, right?
Okay,
Miss
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 Lisa.
Miss Lisa, and she works in my building, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like she works for the building that I
Right.
where I live in, right?
Local.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, cool. I want to like I know you work here. I know this is your place of work, but this is
Mm-hmm.
the only way I'm going to see you. So I'm like, hey, I'm trying to get to know you. And granted, uh, at first I didn't even like notice her looks or anything. She was very attractive, but the
Mm-hmm.
first thing I didn't even notice was like how intelligent she was. Like she actually challenged me and was like, oh, I have to think with you. Not saying this in a bad way, but it's like, oh, you said something. I just agreed to it. And like, wait,
She
now I
was
have to really,
intriguing.
yeah, no,
There's some people who you have conversations where you're like, oh yeah, like yeah,
it's like, yeah, it's
you know
like,
what you're talking about.
yeah, like I noticed her mind before I noticed anything else, right? So I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, cool. Let me try to get to know you and everything. Um, and I'm like, hey, and this spans like a month long process.
Mm-hmm.
But what it was like, hey, I'm trying to get to know you. Can I have your number? She tells me no. I'm like, all
Mm-hmm.
right, cool. Walk
Okay.
away.
No.
No. She doesn't say no. She says, let me get to know you first.
Oh, okay, that's better. All
Yeah,
right.
no, yeah. I'm like,
But
all
even
right, cool.
no, is still a fair answer out there for
Yeah,
everybody.
yeah, 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 yeah. No,
That's still fine.
yeah, no. If no was, I'm like, all right, cool, done.
Listen, man. No,
So
no is okay. No is okay.
yeah, so I'm like, she was like, let me get to know you first, and but I also have the information like she's trying to go into a different work somewhere else in like a couple months. So I'm like,
Okay.
challenge accepted. I'm going to see if I can get your number before you move on to whatever you have to do, right?
I bet. That's
Yeah.
actually pretty healthy.
I'm like, cool. I'm going to try to get to know you before. I'm like, again, so
Now where does
uh,
it getting creepy come in?
I'm going to. All right, so
Okay.
get her number and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, went to get some coffee one time. Well, having a good time just talking about and whatnot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, she texts me back every like maybe two messages, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, cool. The new year, right? Mind you, I'm having conversation with her in person, right?
All right.
Because I'm like, hey, I'm not trying to, talk to you with your boss like right here when you're doing your job.
Yeah.
So I'm like, hey, I know you are available to talk on Saturday, right? And we
Right.
would
Right.
talk for like hours, for like 2 hours straight. While
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. Having a good time. Well, the creepy part comes in is because I would actually text her, but she wouldn't reply, right? And but I wanted, in my mind, I'm thinking like, all right, cool. There's really nothing to say here. Like I didn't give you anything to respond to. Uh, so it's like one message, two message, three, four, five, 12, like maybe like 12 messages, like throughout maybe 3 months of me just trying to engage a conversation.
But is that? But like, I don't think that's creepy. I think this is like reading the situation wrong. Or does
Exactly.
or does it become creepy from her perspective?
Again, I'm not sure because I even asked her to her face, like, "Hey, am I creepy? Because if I am, I will disappear completely."
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, off of the information that I was provided, I didn't see myself as creepy.
Right.
But I don't know if it was seen the other way
I
around
get you.
because again, I know the situation of I don't know you. You can react in any way, shape, or form. Like so, I'm like I can easily see both sides of the situation.
Yeah, I think the wildest. Okay, so I think I do have one creepy kind of wild story. So I would like to say this now. I'm a changed man, and definitely in college. Julian knows me as again. And I'll say this: both of us are social butterflies in our own right. If y'all don't know, this man Julian is a Danny Phantom esque nigga. I can't. He's going and he's going at the next time, but he's there.
Look,
For
I'm
the
there when you
people,
need me. I'm there
yeah,
when you
that
need me.
there you go. Call him, beef him. You know where to reach him, Danny Phantom. Um, and so one of the things I did there was this woman. We're gonna call her code name Nia Long because that's who she reminds me. She was '90s fine, right? Dark
Okay.
skin, beautiful. Funny enough, she turned out to be a twin. I might be giving up too much information, but the people who know, they know. And so,
And that's all that needs to know.
and listen, one of our friends, yeah, I'm putting it out there, low key cop blocked me. Low key messed up my shine, but it's all right. It's all right. He apologized for it.
Is this
And
the same friend? Is this the same friend that we were talking about, or is this a different one?
Yeah, it's the one we were just talking about
Okay,
behind the
okay,
scenes.
okay,
He
okay.
didn't know he did it, but he did. So
Got
I'm
you.
just,
Okay, okay.
but it is what it is at this point. But she was fine, and I was like, I want to talk to her. I do. I genuinely like. Thing about me is I'm genuinely interested in a woman. I will at that time, even now, I am a one person kind of one dolo type dude. Anyway, I could date around real talk, but I'm also like, that's if I'm not doing anything. To be really, really real, if I'm bored, like not even bored. If there's no interest from any of these women and it's mutual, like there's like this is just us kicking it or
You
whatever.
just hear?
That's just what it is. But if I am serious, and that can be with any of those women or whatever the time is, I will dedicate that time and pursue because that's just the way I was taught. Like,
Oh
if you
yeah,
like
no,
this
that's
girl,
same.
if you like this woman, go after her. It doesn't matter if like the looks, this and this. You might have those insecurities, but regardless, you won't know until you try, right? So I was doing fine as far as I know, and then the certain friend said something to her in the lines of better watch out for Keshawn,
Ooh.
right? And so now in that way they were joking. They're like, oh, he just,
Yeah, of
like,
course.
they're just like, hey, listen, he got a thing for you. He's kind of smitten on you, so you better watch out, you know.
Mm.
But in the
But
context of a woman, but in the context of a woman, you're like, what you
what?
mean?
Watch
And
out.
so after that, there was kind of like no convo really. And
Mm.
so there was one time she had posted herself, and I gotta say it like this, she was just in a bikini, I think, or something like that. And I was like, and now I do think this is wild and creepy to say. As I look back on it, I think this is more wild. But remember, guys, I had somewhat of a rapport with this woman, not as close like that, but I was pursuing her. Hopefully she knew that, or maybe she had that idea that I was, but if not, it is what it is. Um, and this is what I said. Instead, with her in a bikini and everything, looking fine as she was, I said, and this is on Snapchat. This is Snapchat when in its prime, and I was like, "You,
Ooh, that's dangerous. That's a dangerous
I
place.
kid you not, bro." On her story, I said, you know how you can reply to people's stories? It's like, yeah, you got niggas replaying this Snap story over and over again. That's all I said. That's a pretty wild statement to make. And there was no reply to it. I can't remember, I might even check on my snap. Actually, I need to check. Let me see if that's even still there.
All right. Let's see.
But
Let's see.
I kid you not, that I was like in my head, I was thinking that's the smoothest line ever. Like that's some gangster. That's it. I said this is top tier game, and then I realized like later I got older, I said that's some wild. That's really wild to say to a woman on a snap. I was like, not my best moment. Not my best moment. Listen, guys, we learn
Oh
and we
man,
grow. I'm not,
this
but
is very true.
I've gotten definitely better at internet rapport and DMing women to be real, but I don't really DM women like that anyway. But because I secret game, they definitely do talk about it in people in their group chat. Don't ever let it get it full. Don't ever think that you're not in the group chat. You're
Oh
always
yeah,
in the group
no,
chat.
hands down. I know I've been talking about it. I know it, and I'm actually I wouldn't regret it though, because it's for me it's a learning experience. I'm like, all right,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. So I don't have it anymore, but whatever it is,
Mm,
what it is.
mm,
But that was the one moment. But I think kind of getting back to like being a woman in that space, becoming a one. I think if we're going, all right. So in my logic, I'm thinking, in my scenario, I'm thinking like, okay, 2 months, everything changes because now I'm a woman. So my job is to know I'm here. Technically, I still could do my job. I could just be like, hey, I'm sick, or like this is like
mm.
this. But I'm pretty sure like no. Um, what else? In my scenario, I could still probably possibly do everything. We go with the happy scenario. I can still pay my rent, all that.
Yeah,
They just
yeah,
can't see me. They won't go with me. You
yeah.
know.
Because I'm like, it would be that would be life changing for anyone. Like, oh yeah, you
Yeah.
can't work anything. No, you still want. I
But
still want you to have an income and everything.
only my small group of friends like you and everyone else knows. My family, no. I can't only two of my siblings will know about this situation. Two of my older sisters. That is it. I can't let nobody else know because they got to tell me other things. Like I already half the game I know now, and it's not even games, just honesty. I know because of my sisters. Shout out to them because
Mm,
and my homegirls. It is what it is. But I definitely know now. Like, oh, I know for a fact, no matter what, women will manipulate a situation sometimes. This is not me putting that generation out there. This is just what my sister told me. And I've seen it happen. And I'm like, we're gonna break the barrier. We're breaking the patriarchy, people. I'm going in. I'm going crazy. That's why I'm just gonna be a fed for like
yeah, no, I'll be dangerous. I'll be dangerous as a woman. I just thought about that because I already play. I like to play mind games anyway, and I do play mind games in like playing
top
basketball, like doing physical things. Now you have given the ability to actually just play mind
mind
games just
games.
cause. I'm dangerous.
Gaslighting?
I'm
Man,
sorry.
dude,
I'm be
I will
dangerous.
say like I'm literally just gonna be myself as already as is. But can you? I already know like real talk. If I ever met like the equivalent of me in a woman form and I got to marry her, that's a very dangerous thing because there's only room for one Keshawn. And I'm but one of the beautiful things about my name is technically I could just keep my name the way it is. Um, so as much of it sounds like a male name, it can be used as a woman name because I met Keshana's, like Keys, Kesha's, or Keisha's, depending on how we want to go. But I
Look, you can
think,
just use your abbreviation key.
yeah, like it is what it is,
Look, I just have to drop off the end, Juliana.
bro. We out here, and I definitely
Hey.
know, the first thing I would do probably is I gotta tell the homies. Like everybody gotta know. I think that's just mandatory, but technically that's the second thing I do other than the first thing I said earlier.
Mm,
Um, after that, I'm like, well, real talk is the dangerous question is, are you letting any dude smash
no,
or are
not
you letting
no,
any women smash? Honestly, no. I don't
no.
need. I don't need to feel that.
I, n-
I will
you
say,
said see do no woman.
women.
I feel like that's a very interesting experience that
I
I would
part
want
of
to
me
try
is
at least once.
yeah. I think with a woman, I'm like, I think I was like, am I? Part of me is like, we can get as wild as we want here, but part of me is like, am I letting one of these women use a strap? I don't know, man. I can't be out here getting blasted from behind. I don't know if I'm about that. But I think the dude in me is still gonna have like still gonna want to
Yeah.
be
Mind you,
a.
I'm just saying your physical appearance changed. You still got the mental mind.
I'm just saying at that point though, what like you're like, well, I got these like ain't much really. Well,
Like you
pretty
get
much
the
everything
same
changed.
experience and everything. You just magically
So,
turn.
oh, okay, so
Yeah.
yeah, we're still
No.
rocking. We still, we're still
Yeah.
doing a thing with
No.
the women. Shout out to the dudes though. I'll put
Yeah.
y'all on game though. I'll be the best wing girl like at the time I can be for 2 months. Yeah, um,
Women make the very best wingman.
they do.
Wing person.
I missed obvious signs that like my women friends have told me. I went to my women friends because like they've been I can put too much for my business out there.
Mhm.
Feds. Uh,
Mhm.
there's been situations where I've missed signs, and my sister's like, Keshawn, this person likes you, and I'm like, nah, because not trying to toot my own horn or anything here, but even with you, Julian, you know this as well, and all of us do this. Some decent men are decent people, know beautiful people. It's just the thing. It's just what it is. And I don't mean like decent in looks. I mean like just as decent people in general.
Just
Like
decent
we're
people.
just decent human
Yeah,
beings.
yeah. No,
If you're
I try to
you
surround
would
myself with decent
yeah,
people.
you're
Like
like,
that's it.
bro, you would attract like great people around you if you're just a decent human being out there. Fair game. That's just what it is. And so knowing like as we know beautiful women, and sometimes people are like, how do you know this person? Like, how do you know? It's like these people are dorks like me. Like they're
I just,
literally
I just,
dorks.
I just be existing. Like
Yeah,
I just be
I'll
doing
be on my
me.
own playing field, man. I just be existing. I'll be up there. So
Mhm.
I just think at that point, I think I just be good at that anyway, just being a wing woman
Yeah,
because
no.
it's a fun time. I definitely think I don't think all of because we have basically the same friend groups. I definitely think all of our homegirls will try to get us to go like shopping or doing
I
something.
would, I would like to do that though, just to actually have like go out to the club with them and like just do their thing. Like, oh, cool, I can actually be a part of this and experience it in this form with you.
First thing I'm gonna do is definitely take a picture of me. Now, this is gonna be majorly inappropriate, but real shit, real talk. Sorry. uh, um, we're gonna get into the more mature aspect, and that's okay
Yeah,
with shit. Okay, bet. I mean, this whole conversation,
yeah,
really.
yeah.
Um, would you keep nudes of yourself?
No, I'm just because I don't do it now anyway.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
But I mean, but this is you as a woman though.
This is true, but still no, no,
Okay.
because
That's probably some very heavy demon time thinking. I'm
yeah.
thinking, but y'all, I'm just asking a question.
I understand, but I'm like still no because I'm like my phone can. I rarely have my phone to where you can take it right now. You aren't gonna find anything.
No,
Granted, you're gonna enter in my mind and find some weird things in there. Of just like
but that's your
that's
mind
it.
though. Well, your
Yeah,
phone though. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So if you see me, and that's it. Like don't no
I feel
pictures,
that.
no like you won't be able to find me afterwards. Like you have to see me in person.
Yeah, surprisingly, same thing with my phone. There, we don't keep any news really in my phone. But yeah, like real talk, if y'all keep news after a relationship and y'all kind of weird. But that's my take on that. But me personally, I think I'd probably save the fit pics. Honestly, like the fits, like I will put on, like because I still have my clothes, and I'm not gonna lie, women who can do both dress androgynous and in like in the masculine and feminine, I think that's beautiful. I always been attracted to time girls. I always been attracted to that stuff. So,
Mm.
I always been attracted to women who can dress. I personally think I can dress, but I just have to put more effort into that in my proportions. Proportions are real. Um, but I definitely think I'd be like, oh, how does this look on me? How does this oversized tee look on me? Like, oh, am I rocking this fit today? And honestly, sometimes like one of the things I'm probably going to say, like, is this is not really messed up. There are women designers out there who hate women because the one thing I always hear women talk about are any like women presenting person or whatever, like whoever you want to put it, respectfully. They always say they have no pockets, and
Mm.
I'm telling you
Yeah.
that is true. I don't know why, but I'm like, how are you going to become a designer in this space and know the one more problem plaguing women and still not do it? I just think that's bad all around. Just like with me, I hate like there's men designers out there who still don't realize there are men with thick thighs, and they're like some pants that just don't work, bro. Some just don't work. I generally believe I would never put on a pair of skinny jeans. Fitted pants, maybe. Skinny jeans, never
Look,
again,
I'm too skinny. I anything can even with the belt, pants just fall off of me. Like
dude. Dude, you could rock anything then. All right, question. So, if all right, let's say if we are turning to opposite sex at the same, so we're doing it at the same time. Like this happens to both of us at the same time, so we both know this. All right. For first thing is, you got to come back to North Carolina, right? Because I can't be enduring this by myself for 2 months. Like someone else has to feel my pain. Because like I have my brother, like me and my bro stay together, right? I can't have this man like walking around with me around because I can't do the same things anymore. You know,
no,
you know,
you right. You
I
are
can't walk
right.
shirtless in my own house now.
Look, and this is why I enjoy living by myself because I can still live exactly how I live.
See,
So you don't have to come
you ain't
down.
to flex. You ain't to flex on me like
Look,
that.
so you might just have to come down with me.
Yeah,
Come visit me in Atlanta.
that's true. That's true. That's true, bro. Like, oh my god, if that happened, I don't think any of our women friends will let us let it down though. I think they generally make fun of us for the rest of our lives. I think they'll generally be excited, like, oh, you're women now. Like we like I think, but the problem is like we're still us mentally.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it'd be like, yeah, I'm
That would
just
be weird. I feel it would be weird for the first 2 weeks, and then
I,
after that,
I'll give it the first 3 weeks, honestly, because people
mm.
gotta remember, like they're gonna be like, "Who's this woman in my place?" Yeah, 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 it's me. Oh, oh. So can you imagine for the first 2 months? Like that's why I think 2 months might be too short, bro. Because these people have to adjust to being around you.
Look, it's just an experiment of
Man,
just like
okay.
just experiment. I
I'm gonna
definitely
give
think.
it three. I'm gonna give it 3 months because the first month is
Oh,
people getting
jeez.
used to it. Second month you're dealing with it, and third month is coming to an end.
Ooh, you right. See, there's another question at the end of this that I'm gonna cut it short. But the question is, what if you get pregnant and or get someone else pregnant? I, I'm gonna leave it off like that, right? I'm just gonna leave it off like that. That's for the audience to get. That's for the audience to
Oh
ponder
man.
on.
Oh
But
man. But that's for them to ponder on. Can I answer it
yeah,
though?
yeah, yeah.
Like first off, I ain't gonna lie. If someone smashed me and I got pregnant, I'd be like, dang. I'd just be like, dang. Abort mission. Sorry. My choice. North Carolina luckily still believes in,
Mm.
women having power of their own body, which they should anyway, or autonomy of their own body, which I don't understand why men are voting on that anyway. But we're not gonna get too political on that. That's no, we support women, pro choice.
Mhm.
Um, definitely that baby's gone.
That
I
is
don't want that experience. Never.
that is a very interesting
Especially
thing.
since I know I'm
You're
about to be
coming
and that's a 9 month thing. So think about it like
exactly. That's what I'm
so
like.
imagine if I do want to go through with it and then after the third month thing, like it's gone. I
That's
turn back into
exactly
a
what I'm
man, the
like.
baby's dead.
Exactly what I'm like. That's why I'm like. I'll let people ponder on that one.
So I was like, it would, but if in that situation, if you, I give it this added addition of, if you get pregnant and you decide to keep it, you're now, I almost say you're permanently that sex at this point.
Mm.
I, I
But
think about it
remember,
like this.
women could get other, and women switch to the opposite sex. See,
Ah,
that's what I'm
that's
saying.
that's right. That's right.
That
Yeah, I
exactly.
don't trust women with dicks. I'm sorry. Like I just, I would not even our own women friends said, yeah, I don't think I'd be safe out here if I had like
Mm,
a male body or a male gender. I was like, yeah,
yeah,
I don't think you would either.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But
So
that's what I'm gonna leave you off right there.
yeah.
Key, what you got to say? What's your last words? Say, shout out
Um.
Instagram, anything you want.
Well, Instagram or anything. If you guys want to see any of the artwork I do, Keshawnable Art. That is literally just my name, KESHAWN. The word able and art. Keshawnable Art. That is all. Um, Other than that, I'm honored to be here. Honored to serve as a co-host. Just someone just doing this, and honestly, glad I got to talk about this because this is a wild thing to talk about. So it was fun talking about it.
Yeah, no.
If there are any disrespectful moments or any times like that, anyone feels disrespected, I genuinely do apologize. But I feel like we just had a carefree, fun time, and that's all this is about. It's just fun.
Yeah,
I got,
that's what it's all
I
about.
dude. Like, I will say, I hope you like. I feel like I might have been talking over you, so but I do
No, no,
apologize.
no, 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 this is the first time. This is
Yeah,
like I said, we can get better because you're gonna return. That's
that's
I'm
a
gonna say
fact.
you're
This
gonna
ain't the last
return.
time. So,
You're gonna
but
return.
other
But
than that,
thanks
that's it really.
to look, and then I'm gonna leave off with the outro that it's ask yourself, ask others, keep asking questions. See you.
Peace.